When we find ourselves without friends, it can feel like the world is a cold, unwelcoming place. However, from a spiritual perspective, this experience often serves a higher purpose. It's not merely a social failure, but a sign of spiritual awakening. As we undergo profound inner transformation, our external world begins to reflect these changes, often leading to periods of solitude. This solitude is not a curse, but a necessary phase for deeper self-discovery and growth. You may notice that as you grow spiritually, you start to see the world differently. Your values, interests, and priorities shift. What once seemed important might lose its significance. This shift can create a disconnect between you and your old friends. Relationships that were built on shared superficial interests no longer resonate with your evolving self. This natural divergence is one reason why we might find ourselves friendless during spiritual awakening. In this solitude, we are given the opportunity to connect with our true selves. Without the noise and influence of others, we can hear our inner voice more clearly. This is a time to explore who we are at our core, beyond the roles and identities we have adopted. It's a chance to understand our true desires, motivations, and fears. This self-awareness is crucial for spiritual growth and cannot be fully achieved if we are constantly surrounded by others. While the absence of friends might feel lonely, it's important to recognize that this phase is temporary and purposeful. The universe is creating space for you to grow and align with your higher self. As you become more authentic and true to yourself, you will naturally attract new relationships that resonate with your higher vibration. These new connections will be more meaningful and fulfilling because they will be based on genuine understanding and shared spiritual values. However, this period of solitude can be challenging. It's essential to find healthy ways to cope with the feelings of loneliness that may arise. Engage in activities that nurture your soul and bring you joy. Spend time in nature, practice meditation, or pursue creative hobbies. These practices not only help you stay grounded but also strengthen your connection with your inner self. An important aspect of this journey is learning to be comfortable with your own company. Many of us are conditioned to seek validation and fulfillment from others. This phase of solitude teaches us to find these within ourselves. When we learn to enjoy our own company, we become more self-reliant and less dependent on external approval. This inner strength is a powerful tool that will serve you well in all aspects of life. Another reason for the absence of friends during spiritual awakening is the universe's way of protecting your energy. As you become more sensitive to energies around you, it's crucial to be mindful of the company you keep. Not everyone will understand or support your spiritual growth, and their negative energies can hinder your progress. This period of solitude allows you to cleanse your energy field and create a protective barrier against lower vibrations. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. During this time, it's also important to practice self-compassion. Understand that this phase is a necessary part of your spiritual journey and not a reflection of your worth. Be kind to yourself and acknowledge the progress you are making. Celebrate the small victories and be patient with the process. Remember, spiritual awakening is not a destination, but a continuous journey of growth and self-discovery. As you navigate this phase, you might also find that your perception of friendship changes. You start to value quality over quantity, seeking deeper, more meaningful connections rather than superficial ones. You become more discerning about the people you allow into your life, ensuring that they align with your values and support your growth. In conclusion, the absence of friends during spiritual awakening is a sign of deep transformation. It's a period of self-discovery, growth, and alignment with your true self. Embrace this solitude as a gift from the universe, providing you with the space to evolve and prepare for more meaningful connections in the future. Trust the process and know that you are never truly alone. The universe is always guiding and supporting you on your journey. Releasing old patterns and embracing authenticity. As we dive deeper into understanding why the universe seems to isolate us during our spiritual journey, we uncover another profound purpose: releasing old patterns and embracing authenticity. This phase of solitude is not only about discovering who we are, but also about shedding the layers of conditioning and societal expectations that have shaped us. It's a time to let go of the old narratives and behaviors that no longer serve our higher purpose. When we begin to awaken spiritually, we start to see the patterns and habits that have kept us stuck in cycles of unfulfillment and disconnection. These patterns often stem from childhood experiences, societal conditioning, and past traumas. They influence our thoughts, actions, and relationships, often in ways we are not consciously aware of. During this period of isolation, we are given the space to identify and release these old patterns, paving the way for a more authentic existence. One of the most challenging aspects of this process is facing our shadow self, the parts of us that we have suppressed, denied, or rejected. These aspects of ourselves can include fears, insecurities, and unresolved emotional wounds. In the presence of others, it's easy to distract ourselves from these uncomfortable truths. However, in solitude, there is no escape. We are confronted with our shadow self and given the opportunity to heal and integrate these parts into our being. This healing process requires deep introspection and self-compassion. As we unravel the layers of our conditioning, it's important to approach ourselves with kindness and understanding. Recognize that these patterns were developed as coping mechanisms and served a purpose at one point in our lives. However, as we grow spiritually, we must let go of these outdated ways of being to make room for our true, authentic selves to emerge. Another vital aspect of releasing old patterns is forgiveness. This includes forgiving ourselves and others for past actions and experiences that have contributed to our current state. Holding on to resentment and anger keeps us trapped in a lower vibration and hinders our spiritual progress. By practicing forgiveness, we liberate ourselves from these negative energies and open our hearts to higher frequencies of love and compassion. As we release these old patterns, we begin to step into our authenticity. This means living in alignment with our true values, desires, and purpose. It's about expressing ourselves fully and unapologetically, without fear of judgment or rejection. Authenticity is not something we achieve overnight. It's a continuous journey of self-discovery and self-expression. It requires courage to be vulnerable and to show up as our true selves, especially in a world that often encourages conformity. During this phase, you might notice that your interests, passions, and goals shift significantly. What once brought you joy and fulfillment may no longer resonate. This is a natural part of the process. As you align more closely with your authentic self, you will be drawn to new experiences and opportunities that reflect your true essence. Embrace these changes and trust that they are guiding you towards a more fulfilling and meaningful life. The absence of friends during this time can also be seen as a blessing in disguise. It allows you to explore your authenticity without the influence or expectations of others. You have the freedom to experiment, make mistakes, and learn without the pressure to conform. This period of solitude is like a blank canvas, offering you the chance to create a life that truly reflects who you are. As you become more authentic, you will naturally attract people who resonate with your true self. These new relationships will be based on mutual respect, understanding, and shared values. They will support and uplift you rather than hinder your growth. Authentic connections are incredibly powerful and fulfilling because they allow you to be seen and loved for who you truly are. In summary, this phase of solitude is a crucial part of the spiritual journey. It allows us to release old patterns, heal our shadow self, and embrace our authenticity. While it can be challenging, it is also deeply transformative and liberating. Trust that this process is guiding you towards a more authentic and fulfilling life. Remember, the universe is always supporting you, even in moments of isolation. Embrace this time as an opportunity to become the most authentic version of yourself. Cultivating inner peace and self-reliance. As we continue our exploration of why the universe may lead us into periods of friendlessness during spiritual awakening, we arrive at another profound lesson: cultivating inner peace and self-reliance. This phase of solitude is a sacred space where we learn to draw strength from within and find tranquility that is not dependent on external circumstances or relationships. When we rely heavily on others for our sense of well-being, we give away our power. We become vulnerable to the fluctuations of external validation and approval. However, during spiritual awakening, the universe often orchestrates a period of solitude to guide us back to our own inner sanctuary. It's an invitation to discover that true peace and contentment come from within, not from external sources. In the quiet moments of solitude, we have the opportunity to connect deeply with our inner self. This connection is the foundation of inner peace. It's about finding a calm, steady center within us that remains unshaken by the chaos of the external world. This inner sanctuary becomes a refuge, a place we can return to whenever we need grounding and clarity. To cultivate this inner peace, practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and deep breathing are invaluable. These practices help quiet the mind, soothe the nervous system, and anchor us in the present moment. As we become more attuned to our inner world, we begin to notice the subtle shifts in our energy and emotions. We learn to navigate these shifts with grace and equanimity, maintaining our inner stability regardless of external circumstances. Developing self-reliance is another crucial aspect of this phase. It's about trusting ourselves and our ability to handle life's challenges. When we are constantly surrounded by others, it's easy to lean on them for support and guidance. However, in solitude, we are encouraged to find that strength within ourselves. This doesn't mean we should never seek help, but rather that we cultivate a sense of inner resilience and confidence. Self-reliance involves listening to our intuition and trusting our inner wisdom. It's about making decisions that align with our true self, rather than seeking approval or validation from others. This requires a deep level of self-awareness and self-trust. As we practice tuning into our inner guidance, we become more confident in our ability to navigate life's complexities on our own terms. During this period, we also learn the importance of self-care and self-nurturing. Without the distraction of social interactions, we have more time to focus on our own needs and well-being. This is a time to prioritize activities and practices that nourish our body, mind, and soul. Whether it's through exercise, healthy eating, creative expression, or simply resting, self-care becomes a vital component of our daily routine. As we cultivate inner peace and self-reliance, we begin to experience a profound shift in our relationship with ourselves. We move from seeking fulfillment externally to finding it within. This inner shift transforms our experience of solitude from one of loneliness to one of rich, meaningful connection with our true self. We realize that we are never truly alone because we have ourselves as our most faithful companion. This inner transformation also affects how we interact with the world. When we are at peace within ourselves, we bring that peace into our interactions with others. We become less reactive, more compassionate, and more present. Our relationships become more harmonious and fulfilling because they are no longer based on neediness or dependency. Instead, they are built on mutual respect, understanding, and genuine connection. Moreover, as we develop self-reliance, we become more empowered to pursue our passions and purpose. We are no longer held back by the fear of judgment or rejection. Instead, we move forward with confidence and clarity, knowing that we have the inner strength to overcome any obstacles. This empowerment is a natural outcome of our spiritual growth and serves as a foundation for creating a life that truly reflects our highest potential. In conclusion, the solitude we experience during spiritual awakening is a powerful catalyst for cultivating inner peace and self-reliance. It teaches us to find strength and tranquility within ourselves, transforming our relationship with ourselves and the world. Embrace this period as a precious opportunity to deepen your connection with your inner self and discover the boundless peace and strength that reside within you. Trust that this inner transformation is preparing you for a more empowered and fulfilling life. Emerging into authentic connections. As we reach the final part of our exploration, it's time to embrace the re-emergence into the world with newfound clarity and strength. The solitude you experienced was not an end but a powerful transition. Now, as you step back into social interactions, you do so with a deeper understanding of yourself, ready to attract and cultivate authentic connections. By now, you've shed old patterns, healed parts of your shadow self, and built a sanctuary of inner peace. This transformation has aligned you more closely with your true self, making it easier to attract relationships that resonate with your authenticity. These connections will not be based on superficial interests or societal expectations, but on genuine mutual understanding and shared values. As you engage with others, you may notice that your interactions are more meaningful and fulfilling. You are no longer seeking validation or approval because you have found that within yourself. This shift not only enhances your relationships but also allows you to be fully present, offering your true self without fear or pretense. In this phase, it's crucial to maintain the practices that helped you cultivate inner peace and self-reliance. Continue to nurture your inner sanctuary, listen to your intuition, and prioritize self-care. These practices will keep you grounded and aligned, ensuring that your new connections are built on a foundation of mutual respect and authenticity. Remember, the journey of spiritual awakening is ongoing. Embrace each moment with openness and gratitude, knowing that every experience is guiding you towards greater self-awareness and deeper connections. Trust that the universe is continuously supporting you, bringing the right people into your life at the right time. You have emerged from solitude stronger, wiser, and ready to create and nurture the authentic relationships you truly deserve. Thank you for exploring this journey with me. May your path be filled with love, growth, and authentic connections.